National Beer Day is observed annually on April 7th. So beer is one of the world's oldest prepared beverages. But talented brewers are still coming up with new flavors and varieties, especially right here on the Suncoast. Ed Paulson, the taproom manager from Calusa Brewing, is here, and he's going to preview 3 different beers, one of which is brand new and being released coming up this weekend at Calusa. So we are quite excited to get a taste of that.
Yes, I'm very happy to be back, guys.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun.
All 3 of the beers that we're going to be tasting today kind of form a trinity of the different varieties that we like to produce at Calusa. So aromatic, hop-forward beers, wine barrel-aged beers, and the kind of big, regal, full, more imperial barrel-aged beers.
It's amazing to me how beer has evolved, even here on the Suncoast, within the past couple of years since you've opened. It's like we used to think about beer as that pale, light beverage that was kind of you know, and now everything can have, you know, fruit flavors and pop flavors and notes of liquor, and just, it's absolutely amazing. So let's start with one of my personal favorites from your selection, and now one that you're also occasionally putting into cans, which excited me until you told me it's a very limited thing.
Yeah, the cans, we have we hire someone.
Okay, so this is the Focus IPA. Okay. And there they go.
It has a kind of a very famous glow to it. You'll know this is a beer that is one of the few varieties that you'll see out around town. Last about a year ago, we began a limited amount of distribution, sort of in the area.
To restaurants,
right? And then that has really cascaded into like a real big local representation and brought a lot of great people in to check us out. And
so this is one of your more popular ones, I'd assume, if you're distributing.
Oh, absolutely.
We can find this on the menus at various restaurants or bars when we go?
Pretty much every purposeful place you love to eat or drink is either has it or is happily trying to get it.
Okay, good. But yet very hard to find in cans, so that's something we can follow on social media with Calusa.
Exactly. The releases end up forming these wonderful little events, exciting feels at the tap room all in themselves, and so people come to grab them when they're available.
Yeah. Absolutely.
The cans are really, you know, just the freshest. They're like little mini kegs.
Right, you know? And you can't always go out. That's my thing, why I need some cans at home. You can't always get out.
Yes.
So.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's a big deal. Let's move on to the second one. This is called the Narrows Sour Ale. And I like that you talked about the fruit forwardness. Immediately looked at Linda, who is admittedly not a huge beer drinker, and you thought, you will like this. So tell us about this.
Well, the wine barrel-aged sour beers are something that they have a deep European history and example, and this is a beer that sort of explores the kind of American enthusiasm and twist that we like to put on these kinds of beers. There are over 300 pounds of raspberry, and it was aged for over 18 months. So there's this rich, dark fruit.
Give it a little try.
But it's not sweet like some of the other like
fruit
berry beers.
Right. Yeah. I immediately thought, oh, see, it was sour.
Yeah. It's sour.
It's less carbonated.
Let me try again.
Well, but it's like this appetizing tartness that we think of when we think of champagne or cider.
I can see that.
It's both kind of appetizing and kind of probing in this way. Like it slows down time.
So here's the thing about the limited releases. You said it took 18 months to age, and it sold out in 48 hours?
Yeah, some of our...
All right, you got to watch these on social media if you're interested, because they go.
Yeah, some of our employees didn't even get any, and they say, well,
thank you for holding us back a bottle.
Yeah, and the more you drink, the better it gets, I have to say.
Funny how that works. Okay, here's the big headline for the weekend. This is a brand new double barrel Imperial Dissonance. It is a special flavorful brown ale. Tell us about the undertones.
Well, the Dissonance Brown is one of our most popular beers, and this Imperial version is sort of the very full, regal, special version. And the double barrel means that it was aged in a combination of maple barrels and bourbon barrels.
And you can taste that amazingly.
So a maple barrel is a bourbon barrel.
Give it a little try.
Emptied of bourbon, refilled with maple syrup, emptied again,
it tastes like
filled
pancakes.
with the beer.
Do you taste the pancake?
Oh, that's the breakfast.
I guess
that's
so.
The breakfast
This is the breakfast beer.
Well, but this was
It's
a very
regal. It's regal.
yes, because it's not just bristling and scary, but it's very full and special.
I like that you make it all accessible. I'm not afraid to go in and ask questions. I don't know a lot about beer. I just know what I like.
Well, one of my jokes in the tap room is people say, well, can I try this? Can I try this? It's like, well, you're basically at a beer petting zoo right now. So you might as well just ask me, and that's what we're there for.
And it is a very fun event if you're not familiar with different flavors of beer. You go get tiny little samples, you try a million different things, and you get to hang out with great fun people. So we are thrilled that the craft beer scene on the Suncoast is thriving, and Calusa Brewing a very, very big part of that. Celebrate with them Saturday, April 7th. That is the release of the Double Barrel Imperial Dissonance. And also, of course, we are celebrating National Beer Day. So what better place to do it? Check out CalusaBrewing.com and you'll get all the latest by checking out social media. All right, coming up next, we've got a website for more information. You saw Calusa. Oh, Joey has a baking fail. Joey's coming clean about his weekend fail. Not sale, fail, even better.
Fail.
Stay with us.